After posting over 311 long-form videos on YouTube since the last 6 months. And in addition to that, also post videos on Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Facebook, Snapchat, you name it, almost daily. Here's what I found. The key thing that is preventing you, anyone, from posting consistently, creating consistently, is resistance. And you can either deal with resistance at the symptoms, or you deal with it at the root of the problem. Now, which one do you think is more effective? Because that's what I care about. As you know me, I care about the truth. And dealing with the symptoms can be finding solutions on why you start to eat junk food, because you're now procrastinating on recording a video or writing a post, or why you are tired because you sleep late, because you are on your phone watching TikTok, Instagram, you name it, instead of producing on the platforms. Whereas with the root cause, it is not anything in here. It is basically looking back at where is that resistance coming from. This is what I subconsciously solved when I was creating long form videos almost daily, which few people do. Now there's a question, is that effective? Were they good long form videos? Which brings me to the following, because it is a crucial aspect. Let's say you have person A who wants to get to point B, which is in this example 1 million followers, subscribers, and there is a path towards that with a lot of obstacles along the way. And then you have person X who wants to get to point Y, which is $1 million, which also requires a journey. Can be 1 second, but that is unlikely. And there is obstacles along the way there as well. Get the point. My question to you, who's more likely to make it? Person A, where what they want most in their life is 1 million subs, or person X, where their main goal in life, their most important thing is to get to $1 million. Now I say this because I made mistakes along this path. I was heading towards this goal more so than this goal, even though I did $4.5 million in revenue. With this one, I mean, really net worth profit. Now, who do you think is more likely to get there? Because everyone talks about this part. Everyone says this is the good stuff, right? The journey. But I care about the destination more so than the journey. That doesn't mean it has to be a painful journey. Not at all. But if you romanticize the journey, you may never arrive here, which is what happens realistically to most people. And let's be honest, you don't need this one to survive. But this one, you can argue, but money is really important in order to survive, whereas subscriber count is not. But there is, perhaps in you, because there was in me, a belief that that will lead to this. Therefore, I focused on this instead of that. So, I was person A, and you are likely to be there. And I'm not trying to push you towards becoming person X, because I don't care. It's just that I found that for me, profit is more important than subscriber count, view count, consistency. So with that said, video count, how many videos did you post, right? I started on YouTube since 2012. I've posted over 600 videos, but I could have gotten here much faster with less obstacles. So get clear on what you really want, because this is okay only if it makes this one more effective. How do you find out? By testing yourself. That's what I did. And if profit is the goal, then don't build everything you do right now on hope, because it is not a lead indicator of profit. And most people walk this journey over here because they have a lot of hope. And when that hope is gone, when their hope is no longer greater than the truth that they have to see, then they're likely to give up. So this path is mostly built on hope, whereas this one is mostly built on truth. If you do it the right way. What is the right way? Well, more data often leads to more truth. That is not always the case, so I do say that with a side note, but I have to put a side note on everything, because there's always nuance. Nobody talks about the nuance, do they? So what you want to do is you want to pinpoint profitable content. That can be the titles, that can be the topics, it can be the thumbnails on YouTube or covers on Instagram. Especially the topics, the things you talk about, the ideas. You want to figure out how you can pinpoint which posts can generate you more profit either right now, today, tomorrow, this week, next month, or in the future, because you do not have a product yet, but you do want to build a profitable audience, and the most profitable audience you can, while still enjoying the content you create, right? So then whenever you do release a product, which could be 12 months from now, or you already have a product but will launch a better one in the future, let's say that is at 12 months. Well, if you do it the wrong way, you will end up here. Perhaps you have lots of subscribers. Like me, you were focusing on viral videos, you are getting them. Like me, over 1 million views, over hundreds and hundreds and thousands of views. But then when you release your product, you end up over here, which could be a $5,000 launch. Just an example. But that is realistic. Whereas your hope is over here. Whenever you do release that product, it will end you over there. So what is the most effective path? Well, of course, it's over here. There's no time and there's lots of money there. Is that realistic? Well, very unrealistic unless you have a very profitable audience already, or you've built your audience to be very profitable and you already have a product ready for launch right now. So then, of course, then you can make a lot of money today, launching that product today. So that is the most ideal spot, just for illustration purposes. So what is the truth? Well, you want to avoid this area, which is the actual area of hope. You want to focus on the green line so that you actually prevent being in that area. How come? Well, as you can see, with time, you already start to make money. And of course, yes, that line can also be like this, but that's much better than this. And of course, if you do it the right way, it can even look like this. So what is my point? You want to avoid that red area where there's much time invested, a lot of sacrifices and effort, and also often a lot of money wasted on video editors, employees, tools you use, equipment, cameras, lighting, you name it. So how do you do that? Because that might be the question you have right now, the practical stuff. How do you get into this green zone? Well, I created a free training where I show you all the practical ways how you can find this out and start doing it. Just enter in your email below to get access to the free training. And then of course what happens is that resistance becomes less because you've treated it at the root cause of why there is such resistance. Obviously your mind, our minds, are often smarter than we realize, and it does know you care about money, whereas on the other side what you are getting is vanity. Because I've been there. You can be counting your subscriber base, your follower count. You can start to calculate how much followers you have 12 months from now with the current rate, the monthly growth rate, absolute numbers, percentages, you name it. And you see all these big numbers. But then that's not happening, and your mind is not stupid. So maybe an unorthodox answer, like always with me, because I care about the truth. But the unorthodox answer to how to create consistently is to first find out what you really want. That's likely to be in this area, profit instead of vanity numbers. Unless they are not, right? I'm not pushing you to become profitable. If you care about becoming famous because you already have money, for instance, well, then this one isn't vanity. To most people, this part is where they can create consistently, because this part is what they're getting right now. And if you know that the next video, the one that you are recording right now, is one based on proof, on data that will make you more money, and all the second or third order concepts coming from having more money, from being able to travel, live on your own terms, you name it, work less, spend more time with family, then that person is likely to create more consistently and better stuff as well. And then of course slowly can move towards content that really focuses on their passions. That's a topic for another video, because that might be less profitable. Just know that hope is not bad. It can actually be a great motivator. Just know that it has consequences. And as I always say, why hope if you can know? Because hope can leave you here, whereas knowing can never get you there, because you're doing the right things along the way to find out the truth, which is basically all there is. Again, I share the practical stuff in the free training. Just enter in your email and I will tell you from A to Z how you can create the right content that either makes you more profit right now or builds a profitable audience for whenever you want to release a product, so that you know you are in that green zone and you don't end up over here like me after getting over 1 million views on that channel, over several thousand subscribers, and then kind of abandoning it because it's not the right audience. And if you found this video interesting, I'm sure you will like this one next. Talk soon.